Yeah. Welcome back to another draft on the beautiful platform that is Underdog Fantasy. This is the 12-teamer. This is half PPR. We're starting one quarterback. We're starting two running backs, three wide receivers, a tight end, and a flex spot. And this was a $3 buy-in. I believe first place takes maybe $27. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know the math. I know everybody who finishes in the top three wins money, and this is the single best place to prep for your fantasy football drafts because everybody's got to buy in, so everybody's taking it seriously. You get to see player trends. You get to see all the shabazz, a boom, bing, bop, boop, bop. It's fucking showbiz, baby. Draft starts in 20 seconds. I'm picking from thy 104. That's an interesting spot. I like the 104. I like one of the top 5 picks because someone ends up jumping up to grab C-Mac or Kelsey while I will gladly scrounge up one of the top wide receivers in the order of Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill. All sexy to me. But everybody who is drafting in this draft came from our Discord, so maybe you guys are watching and you're going to snipe me before I even get to pick. You're free to join the Discord. It's just our community of BDGE, but I'm throwing all the links to drafts that we do over the next month or so in there. So I would hop in there if you want to draft with us. Discord linked down below. And if you're brand new to Underdog, like I said, these drafts cost $3 a piece to enter. If you deposit $10 on this app right now, if it's your first time on there, and you use code BDGE when you do so, they're going to double it. And we are going to double our fantasy production right there for Mr. Cooper Kupp because that man don't miss when he's on the field. 92% of his games over the last 2 years have been 15-plus PPR fantasy points. 92%. The next closest guy is Justin Jefferson down at 68%, I think. 62, 68%. It's an enormous gap. An enormous gap that Cooper Kupp is absolutely back. We're hearing things out of camp that he's fully biked. We're not worried about him whatsoever. But if it's your first time on Underdog, we have the link down below. It'll take you right to the App Store. If you deposit $10 with our code, not only are they going to double it, so you'll have $20 to play with, you're also getting our draft guide absolutely free emailed over to you via PDF. It's got all of our rankings, it's got our must draft, all fade, and will be updated throughout the summer as training camp and all that she's happens. All right. So after Kupp at the 4, we had Tyreek Hill, C-Mac, Eckler, Diggs, Bijan, and A.J. Brown. Now what I found, I've already done a full strategy video on how I like to attack the 1 through 6 spots in one quarterback leagues, and I think what I found was we usually get a nice combo of a running back quarterback on the second turn. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't happen. We'll see. We'll see how the coochie crumbles. What's up, everybody in here? We got 144 heads in here and 7 thumbs up. Do us a favor. If you don't hate my guts to the core, give us a thumbs up on this stream, please. What's crapping in the damn comments? Hey, yo, 100K subs. Let's fucking go. Correct. We hit 100K last night. It's been like fucking 10 years in the making. Don't ever let nobody tell you can't do it. Nobody. Took us forever, but we're fucking here. Hard work, tears, sweat, beers, but we made it on the other side. The only vanity metric I ever gave a fuck about was 100K subs. Only thing I ever cared about. Money don't drive us, views don't drive us, nothing like that. So thank you to everybody who has ever watched a single video. Any of y'all 100,000 subscribers. All of it, man. I appreciate the shit out of y'all. All right, let's get back to talking fantasy. We had Chubb, Devontae Adams, Jalen Waddle, Saquon, Jonathan Taylor, Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra St. Brown. So we're almost back up on the turn here. This guy already took a running back, so chocolate shake, I don't think doubles down on it, especially now when Olave and Devonta Smith are on the board. I have a good feeling, we're going to be able to get one of our guys. Come on, people. We're trying to keep the content engaging. Let's make some damn picks. Don't join the draft if you're not going to draft. All right, we're just going to take Henry here and not really overthink it. I want my RB1, and I think there's a decent chance that we get a quarterback to drop back to us. If not, I'm okay with it. I do like getting Hurts, Mahomes, or Allen there, but we'll let it rock. Now, Derrick Henry is kind of like a polarizing figure right now. I think there's two ways to look at Derrick Henry. I've done a lot of research on what kind of running backs end up being top 5, league winner type guys that average over 20 fantasy points per game. The very far majority of them tend to have one thing in common, that they catch a ton of balls. Now, there have been a handful of dudes that have done it without eclipsing 40 catches, right? The Derrick Henrys, the Nick Chubbs, the Zekes, the Adrian Petersons, the Marshawn Lynches. One thing that all of those guys had in common when they had their 20-point per game season is that their offensive lines were elite. Their offensive lines were top 5 run blocking lines, and you're a piece of shit for taking Jalen Hurts there. But we'll pivot. We'll get our second wide receiver, and I'm not too concerned about it because we'll probably be able to get a nice quarterback at the 4-5 turn. So we'll take T. Higgy, and move on. But back to Derrick Henry. So the main ground guys, the reason they end up finishing as high as where they are is typically because they have a very, very good offensive line. Of course, you can score 19 rushing touchdowns, which is always on the table for Henry. However, what I would suggest you guys go and listen to, Establish the Run. They have a podcast every summer with Brandon Thorne, who comes on and basically ranks his offensive lines and tells you basically, if they're better or worse than last year and how he expects them to do this year. And he said Tennessee was by far and away the worst offensive line he ranked in the NFL. So they are ranked 32nd entering the year. This makes me a little nervous. I would have been probably pretty much completely off of Derrick Henry if D-Hop did not land in Tennessee. Now, I'm not overly ecstatic about D-Hop as his own individual fantasy player, but it opens up the offense way more. So you turned an abysmal offense with a shitty offensive line into one that now has no real weakness in it besides the O-line, right? The weapons are still good. So it's like D-Hop and Treylon, Chiggy, Derrick Henry. You can't necessarily stack the box against Derrick Henry because you have good outside weapons. So this makes me a lot more confident in Derrick Henry. I feel fine with him as my one. A lot of the times I've been taking Ramondre. At that turn. Now, I'd be lying if I said that all these veteran visits weren't making me a little bit nervous. Them bringing in Zeke, I've been on record saying that I don't think Zeke is washed, and I think he's going to find a spot with a contender where he takes a lot of goal line work. If he goes to New England, I'd absolutely be moving Ramondre Stevenson back. He would probably be taken out of the must-draft section of the draft guide right now. He would be moving back from that 2-3 turn, absolutely. But I don't like the fact that they got a lot of dudes visiting there right now. Oh, damn, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you can hear that. My bad. I mute my computer so I don't actually hear that shit. All right. After Higgins, we had Ridley, Metcalf, Jacobs, Andrews, Najee Harris, Amari Cooper, Jahmyr Gibbs, Justin Fields, DJ Moore. This is the funnest time of the year to draft because the training camp hype goes bananas. Keenan Allen. Check the chat right quick. Derrick Henry, Javonte Williams in a dynasty startup. Yeah, listen, Henry's not a guy you want to be investing into dynasty. Hello, Hazelnut, longtime fan. Love to see it. Didn't know there's a PDF draft guide. I bought the rookie draft guide from the website. Yep, you can go to grab the oh, here we go. All right, let's talk about Joe Burrow because that's actually pretty relevant and it fits the team dramatically because I wanted to grab a QB. Let me make myself smaller so y'all could see the team I'm rocking with. Yeah, BDGE.shop. BDGE.shop has the draft guide in PDF version. Plus, we got some merch on sale. But again, the best way to get the draft guide for a very big discounted price, like 65% off, is to deposit on Underdog with our code. $10 will get you the draft guide. So BDG.shop or underdog. So I took Joey B there at the 4-9. I had a feeling we'd get a quarterback at the turn because we missed on the elite ones at the top, and I'm fine with that. Now, we're asking, is Joey B to be concerned about? I'm getting a lot of questions like, where would we rank the wide receivers if Joey misses time? Now, apparently it's just a calf strain, right? Like, apparently it's not anything too serious. So I'm not overly concerned about it. When it first came out, I was worried that it was a torn Achilles, but doesn't seem like that's the case. Let's see what else we got rocking here. Hold on. Madison, Dobbins. Ooh, there goes JK. I'm kind of talking myself into Madison a little bit more. I don't think he's great, but I actually made a great fucking video coming out on Tuesday for you guys. I already filmed it. Damn it, you already took Madison, you son of a bee sting. Do we like Judy? I don't like Judy. I don't love London. These guys are going like 10 picks past their ADP though. I don't have too much Drake London. I kind of fuck with London a little bit. I feel like Pitts, the videos that we've seen from Pitts coming out of training camp, have not been great. He doesn't look like he's back to his full self. I'm a little skeptical about that. I also think London's going to be the alpha here. For as much hype as Pitts got, I think London's going to, when all is said and done, be the alpha in Atlanta in the passing game, like pretty substantially. So Joey B, apparently a calf strain, so I'm not overly concerned about it. If more news comes out, obviously we'll change our tune, but I had a lot of questions if he does miss time, right, 4 to 6 weeks or whatever. Jamar Chase would pretty much fall back into that like wide receiver 9 to 12 range where we know how talented he is, but quarterback play obviously matters as it relates to fantasy football, right? Like, there's a lot of dudes in that range where, whether it's Devonta Smith, having another good receiver in front of him, or it's, Devontae Adams down there, wide receiver 8-9. We don't know the quarterback situation, like elite talents, but weird QB situations. That's where Chase would be for me. Higgins probably still like, where'd he go? Where'd I get him at? Like fucking wide receiver, what is that, like 15, 13, 14, 15? Yeah, he would drop down to like wide receiver 20 to 22 for me if Burrow missed significant time, but I'm not expecting him to. Bijan to finish RB1. I mean, I wouldn't bet on it, but like wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. The Atlanta offense is just poised to be productive at basically every fucking position besides Desmond Ritter's quarterbacking ass. Their offensive line is awesome. Their weapons are awesome. Bijan's fucking awesome. Can catch the ball, can run from the slot, can carry 20 totes a game. There's nothing he can't do. We've seen rookie running backs go crazy. Saquon did it, 2,000 yards from scrimmage in a shitty Giants offense. Zeke was a top 3 fantasy running back his rookie year back in 2016. Like, Bijan's that level of talent, obviously. It's no secret. Yeah! All right. So we've got some tight ends ripping off the board there. We had Hawkinson at 5'7", Kittle at 5'10", Kelsey, sad, took Pitts at 5'12" after me shitting on him. Damn it, I was hoping Akers fell back to me. I was really hoping Akers fell back to me there. He goes off at the 6'5". We don't have a second running back, but I'm okay with that. There's some guys I still like on the board, especially at wide receiver. I like me a little God action. Come on, chocolate shake. You keep doing it. Just make your fucking pick, dude. Traded Herbert and 2 seconds for Fields, Javonte Williams, and Hyatt. I need more context in this. We're talking Justin Herbert? We're talking Khalil Herbert? Are we talking Superflex? Like, what are we talking here? Dynasty? Okay, cool. All right, beautiful. So we can grab kind of 2 guys I want to grab here. Fuck. Who do we take? Oh, man, this is tough. I'm going to take Demont. I'm going to stick with my guns here and grab Demont because I think in half PPR, there's no reason Gibbs should be going 4 rounds ahead of Demont. It's not full PPR. Demont will be a fine RB2. He is at training camp. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I was saying in my videos that he was out of training camp. He missed a couple, I guess, OTA practices. So I apologize for the bad reporting on that one. There goes JSN and Lockett. I wanted one of the Seattle wide receivers. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not finna lie to you. I was going to put them on my queue, but now they're dead. Now they're dead. Dead. Goes Hollywood. Wow, okay. So I don't know if I made the right decision there. Everyone's going wide receivers. I was hoping that this tier of wide receivers fell back to me at the 7. Don't know if it's going to happen. Fuck! You guys are fucking idiots. What are you doing? You knew I wanted all 6 of those receivers. Whatever. We're going to just take Jahan Dotson here. Well, I guess I'm glad I took Demont. Because I'm not. I'm just trying to convince myself I am. Whatever. I like Dotson. He's a stud. Fuck you. Bijan and CD or Diggs and Amon-Ra. Guys, I need more context on questions. I need the scoring settings. I need the league settings. Like, need all of it. Will you adjust the draft guide as news comes out? Yes, I will, sir. These will be updated throughout the summer, especially as preseason games happen. I do a write-up every single week of the biggest takeaways from preseason games in terms of, like, formations and snap counts and things like that with the first team. So these will definitely be updated. Are we buying the hype towards James Cook? He is being praised for his 3-down back style potential. Yeah, okay. We'll see about that. Literally never operated as a 3-down back in his entire life. Damian Harris or Latavius Murray are going to eat into his workload big time. Not buying that shit at all. $100K subs. I remember when you had 420 subs. Is that real? Jasmine, you've been here since 420 subs. I don't even know what kind of videos I was putting out at 420 subs. Nick with the call of the year. It sure looks like Dalvin Cook is going to the Jets. Why not listen? I have 12% haul. It's not a done deal yet. But just fucking remember where you heard that news break first. Just fucking remember where Dalvin Cook to the Jets was broken first. Go look at the timeline. Go look at the dates. Go look at the stamps. If you can find me one single person that reported Dalvin Cook to the Jets before I did, I will sell you half my fucking business. I'm talking Schefter. I'm talking Waj bombs. I'm talking anybody in the fucking reporting game. Not a single person had that before I did. No one on planet Earth. We cooked Dalvin. All right, let's get back to fantasy. Let's look at the board. Look at the big board. Okay, so we took Dotson, then we had Addison, White, Burks, Quentin Johnston, Deshaun Watson, Isaiah Pacheco, Javonte Williams, Elijah Moore, Alvin Kamara. So we're seeing a few guys trickle up boards a little bit now. Javonte Williams, now that he's like back at practice, I will hold steady on what I've been saying this entire time. I'm completely off Williams. I don't feel like he's going to be ready to really rip this year. I'll draft him next year, not this year. Alvin Kamara is starting to move up. He was like a 9.5 round pick about 2 weeks ago. And now he's back, and I really wanted Ingram. You're a piece of shit. We're almost on the clock here. Been telling y'all to fade Kadarius Toney for years. You don't listen. There is one guy that I've been consistently drafting as my run. I'm going to be honest. Y'all have ruined it. I'm not doing drafts with people in the Discord anymore. I'm not doing it. This is the last one, so enjoy it. This is the last one. You will never see me doing a stream with people from the Discord again. Fuck you guys. You just made me draft a guy with 1 foot. All right, get it together, Nick. We're back. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean what I just said. James Cook still is hard to... Guys, James Cook is just not getting 20 touches a game. It's just not happening. If he gets 14 touches a game, I'd be kind of surprised. He's not getting early down work. He's 100% not getting goal line work. This is a team with a running quarterback that does not dump the ball off to their running backs. If you're in a full PPR, like, cool. I guess that's kind of cool, but no. Sorry for sniping you of both Hurts and Madison. Like, apology not accepted. Not fucking accepted. If you guys are going to draft with me, you have to give me the players that I fucking want. That's how this works. All right, we got one player. There's one player that I continuously take as my running back 3. I'm not sure why. I didn't love him coming out of college, but he's far more versatile than oh my God, this is peak preseason. It's Brian Robinson. I'm not sure why, but I'm just he's moving up my board. I just feel like Gibson has proven to us that he can't really do shit. He just can't get it done in the NFL. And Robinson is low-key a 3-down back. He was a good pass catcher at Alabama, and had he not gotten shot before the season last year, he had taken over that complete starting role. This Odell Beckham pick, he went from a 12th round pick to the 9-3 because what? He caught a fucking pass yesterday. This clip continues to astonish me. See what fucking... Oh my God, he ran a route. Holy shit, I've never seen a receiver run a route before. I'm back. You know what? 9th round, steal. Why not in the fucking 7th? That's training camp at its peak. Dudes running routes in shorts. You have no idea who he's even running a route against. It could be a dude who's getting cut tomorrow. A dude who runs a fucking 4.8. Oh my God. What do you think of Richard White? Who's Richard White? Nicky Clicky, thoughts on the RB to grab in Philly? I'm going to be honest, I'm staying away from the situation. The only one I really like there is DeAndre Swift, but I don't like him where he's going. You have to draft him. Let's see the board. The 6-7. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. I would draft Swift if he fell to the 8th, maybe. Maybe back 7th, but I'm just not comfortable with Swift there. It's weird to fade the Philly backfield because it'll probably end up being a wealthy one. But we have no idea how that shit is going to play itself out. One, they don't pass to running backs because Jalen Hurts runs the ball so much. 2, they don't get goal line work either because Jalen Hurts runs the ball so much. It's just such a messy situation where you'll just never be able to predict it. So I'll kind of let someone else deal with that headache. If Kamara doesn't get suspended, is he a first-round pick or a second? He is probably neither. I almost think he's guaranteed to get suspended for at least a short period of time. If somehow he just doesn't get suspended, he's definitely not a first-round pick. And so last year, he was already not. He played most of the season and didn't produce anywhere near there. I would say he probably falls into the back end of the third. That Najee Harris, ETN, Jahmyr Gibbs tier. And even there, I don't know if I love drafting him there. He's fun to draft now because you get him in the 8th, 9th round, but they brought in Jamal Williams, who's probably going to bang on the goal line. I think Kendre Miller is a real threat to just carries in general in that backfield. But I do like I do like Derek Carr coming over. I think that will bring back a little bit of life in Kamara's passing game upside. But overall, he's definitely not a first, second round pick in my opinion. All right, we're almost back up at the 10-9. We can kind of go any direction we want. We probably need a tight end. We have 5 receivers. I love that Tony's just dropping all the way down here. A couple guys I do like. I don't hate Nico Collins. Y'all know I love Zay Jones. And we can go with Elijah Mitchell, Tank. Do we grab our second quarterback? There's some good options here. Daniel Jones, Jared Goff feel like the last tier, and I do want to get someone super strong. Yeah, you know what? Let's go DJ. I don't have any real shares of DJ, and just in case Joe Burrow's injury lingers into the season a little bit, he misses a couple games, I want to have a solid starter behind him there. And DJ's got a ton of upside. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being the starter for this team in, a handful of weeks, a month worth of weeks. So if you guys are new, anyone out there that's new to Underdog, the way it works is this is a best ball league. Best ball means you just draft the team. You don't actually make sit-start decisions. You don't do waiver wire. You don't make trades. You draft a large team. So this draft is 18 rounds long, and then based on the starting lineup, which is a QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, tight end, and a flex, the software on Underdog automatically starts your best ball players for that week. So it's a lot of fun because you don't actually have to do all the shitty work in the middle of the season. You just get to draft. It's awesome. So come draft with us. Again, I'm throwing links into the Discord for you guys to draft with us, although it's the last time because y'all pissed me off to the fucking high heavens. But if you get onto Underdog, you can draft with anybody. Use code BDGE when you do so. $10 onto the platform. Double it if you use that code. You'll have 20, 40, 80, all the way up to $100 they'll double for you. Plus, you'll get our draft guide absolutely free emailed over to you. We don't have a tight end yet, but we're at the point where like all these fucking guys are in the same tier for me. They all equally stink together. So I'm just gonna sit out on the tight end tier for now and just go with like 3 or 4 of them at the end of the draft. Nico or Tank? We're not up for a little while, I feel like, so we might miss on the. I'm gonna go Nico here. I'm gonna go Nico. He's been creeping on me a little bit. I think Nico's a pretty good receiver. Houston is gonna go super run heavy, I think, but I could see him emerging as the X there, the one. Thoughts on Ravens receiving room? I really don't know what to think at this point. Like I will forever be far off Odell. Like I'm just never gonna draft him again. But I still feel like we have no clarity on what the fuck's going on with Rashad Bateman. He was out, and then he was on the pup, and then he was off the pup, and then he was back on the pup. So, like, right now, like, each day that passes by, we have a completely different offense in Baltimore, right? We have fucking 4 good wide receivers, and the next day we got 1 good wide receiver. So, Zay Flowers seems to be the only constant we're getting out of training camp, that he's being really good, and he's been on the field. So, Zay, I guess, feels like the top option right now, but I really don't know at this point. See, like, Jasmine, you're doing this to piss me off. I know you are. Traded Johnson for Smith. Don't do that. Where can I see rankings? You can get them in the draft guide, Underdog, code BDG, or on bdg.shop. Ridley, Keenan, Amari, half PPR, start 3 wide receiver. What's your ranking on them? It would go Ridley, Amari, Keenan, I think. Yeah, Ridley, Amari, Keenan. PPR, at the 2-3 turn, should I take an elite quarterback in an 8-man league? The smaller the league, the less I think you need that quarterback because there will be more options for you to replace. So I wouldn't, like, pressure myself to do that. If you go 1, what's that pick? That's like the, what number is that? 8, 16, pick 17, 18. I wouldn't hate it, but I don't think it's necessary. I think you can get Fields at the 4-5 turn, Burrow at the 4-5 turn, Herbert, one of those guys at like the 6-7. So I would chill on that. And it's in PPR, so it's like the quarterback as itself, the position is not super overly valuable relative to other positions. But you know? Superflex, PPR, pick a keeper. Mahomes in the 2nd or Fields in the 12th. Wow. Damn. My stance has always been don't look too much into the rounds in which you're keeping them. But that attitude is usually more placed in practicality when the options are near each other, when they're close to each other, you know. But that's a big gap for a guy that's probably ranked like 3-4 spots below. Man, everything in me wants to take Fields there, but I feel like we might be getting too cute because Mahomes in the second is a phenomenal pick in Superflex. So you know what? Let's not overthink it. Just take Mahomes there. Get the best player available on the board on your team. You win fantasy championships by having really good fantasy football players in your fantasy football lineup, and don't you ever forget it. See, this is why I didn't even fuck with the tight ends because they're still all just sitting there. The same scrub full of dudes. I like Pierce. I like DJ Chark. I even like Algier down here. I like Kendre. Let's go Kendre. I don't need Teller. Yeah, okay. Let's go with Kendre here. So you're going to be an E-Town get down this year. Very unlikely based on the last couple weeks. How much draft stock are you putting into the Steelers? I have not found myself drafting a lot of them. I'm not really like actively against them. I do think they could be an underrated offense altogether. I think that their offensive line helping has been a little bit overrated. Like I still think their pass blocking line is going to be terrible. I think it's still really bad. The run blocking will be pretty good, but like Najee's a dude I don't really want a part of in the third round. I'm okay drafting Deontay Johnson. I'm like okay with Pickens too. I'm not overly excited about him. Pat Freiermuth is just a dude that like he's just in between the tier of where like Evan Ingram is to the next group of guys. So I don't find myself fading him. I just don't find myself with a lot of him on my team. So based on that, I guess they're a fade for me, but I'm not like actively participating in a fade. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to the barbershop asking for it. Cole Kmet, how you doing? We'll grab Kmeti. Just got that fat bag extension. I feel like he's going to be a big part of that O. It's so funny how far behind on like the chat I get. So I'll freak out about something like 20 minutes ago and then just get around to talking about it with you guys. Nick, I got a Superflex Dynasty question for you. Should I trade away T-Law and Pacheco for Kyler and Brees /ETN? My other quarterbacks are Burrow, Bryce Young, Love, and Tannehill. Trade away T-Law and Pacheco for Kyler and Brees ETN. I'm assuming that's your choice of Brees or ETN. Man, T-Law for me is like by far and away the best player in that trade. Though I don't hate the other side. If you can get Kyler and Brees, I think that's a super fair trade. I don't know if I would necessarily pull the trigger just because of all the uncertainty around Kyler, but if you're not competing this year, if you're in like rebuild mode, Kyler and Brees, I'd be completely fine with that side of the trade. But if it's Kyler and ETN, I'm not doing it. But if it's Kyler and Brees, I'll do that. If you're competing this year, then T-Law and Pacheco side for me. Stick a fork in Bateman. 100K subs, you're no longer my dirty little secret. I guess so. Sorry, I'm reading through the comments right now. This is too much. Sorry. Congrats on 100. Hey, thank you, dude. I appreciate that, Rye. Rye Media. What kind of media do you make? You make videos about rye bread? Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, we're 2 picks away, which means it's only a matter of time before this fucking asshole takes DJ Chark. I'm expecting it. So I've now started putting people in the queue that I don't actually want, so that your fucking dumbass takes him. You think you're going to get a reaction out of me? I'm not going to entertain that pick, Obis. I wanted Jeff Wilson, idiot. Coward. I love Jeff Wilson. I love Jeffrey Wilstein. He's going to be the goal line back in Miami. Every other back is 195 pounds there. Jeff Wilson scoring 9 touchdowns this year. Mark it down in the calendar books. Hell yeah. Taking inspiration from you. Just started my channel making football content. Everybody go check out Rye Media. Go peep his page. What in-person drafts are you doing since no E-Town Get Down? We have the New York City subscriber draft weekend. So we got a bunch of guys flying out end of August that we'll do a live draft for. We'll do an in-office draft. So the guys that work here, probably the 3 interns, Tony, Sexy, whoever else is helping us out. So we'll have at least 2 live drafts in person. Yo, Nick, why are you fading answering Bash questions? Also, big congrats on 100K here since 2007. Here's to another 100K. Thank you. Hold on, let me make my pick. I'm on the clock. Jawan Johnson. What Bash questions do you have for me? I made a video and put it in the Discord. Did I not, or did you not see that? Which one of us is wrong? What am I not seeing? What about Steve? He's too funny. One Chains? I love One Chains is free to come here anytime he wants. He has a life. He has a schedule. So he comes when he's free, but I'll see if he wants to be in the office league. Imagine thinking this team is trash. Imagine thinking Jawan Johnson as your tight end 2 leads to a trash team. That's trash behavior for you. You got it, brother. Who won the E-Town Get Down 2022? One Chains did. One Chains won the fucking league. I can't even pronounce half the names on his team, but he won it. Nobody's rating your team except for me, motherfucker. 105. Which means you are the 1505. Let's see your squad. Justin Herbert at Q. It's a good start. Pollard and Jones as the 1-2. P. Ryan as the 3 is not too shabby. It switches every time I go. Tyreek Hill, Ridley, Addison, Goddard, Everett. It's good. It's good. You picked a lot of shitty players, though. I can't even stay on your team. This is so fucking annoying. Sky Moore pick was terrible. So was the Dallas Goddard pick. All right, we're into the 15th. I'm gonna be honest. I might go 4 tight ends here. I don't hate a 4 tight end build. Running backs are gross. They're gross down here. Bro, Michael Wilson's going to be like the savior. He's going to be the savior here. Quentin Johnson looking good in camp. Everybody's looking fucking good in camp. There hasn't been a single player that hasn't caught a touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes yet. Justin Ross, breakout. Kadarius Toney, breakout. Sky Moore, breakout. Fucking Mecole Hardman, not even on the team anymore, breakout. Travis Kelce, breakout. Noah Gray, breakout. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, back, breakout. Yeah. Ah, damn. Trey McBride already went. Y'all played me. Played me for a fool. I'll take Mike Wilson in the goddamn 14th round if I need to. Waterboy, breakout. Correct. Richie James, breakout. Damn. Where we at, though? Sorry, I'm just fucking arguing with people on Twitter. On X. I'm literally arguing with people on X about how they're outraged that it was changed to fucking X. Dude, we live in such a stupid fucking world. People love to just get fake outraged about shit that does not affect them whatsoever. People just waste their time. If they spent 20% of the time that they spend complaining about shit that doesn't matter, that doesn't even impact their lives, on being productive or putting their time and energy into something that's worth building, everybody would be dominating life. Instead, everybody just needs to get fake mad about things. Just get fucking fake mad. Stupid fucking idiot. Who gives a flying fuck? That's what I'm saying. People are outraged as if like their fucking children's names are now X. You dumb fucking morons. Justin, what up, baby? I'm glad to see the channel doing well. Need help. Would you rather keep TJ Hawkinson or Justin Herbert in a keepers league? So, assuming this is just straight up one quarterback league, I don't know the details of it, if it's full PPR, if it's 6 point per passing touchdown league. Let's check out the rankings that we got right now. We got the one QB rankings. So right now we have Justin Herbert at 59th overall, and we have TJ Hawkinson up at 49th overall. So the lack of replacement value at tight end, I think, is a kind of a tiebreaker for me there. I like Hawkinson. I think he's going to be a huge part of a really good passing offense in Minnesota. And Herbert, I think Herbert will be great, but he's also, most quarterbacks are replaceable. You'll be able to grab a Burrow before him. You'll be able to grab a Tua or Deshaun Watson after him. So I'm not as concerned with once you fall into like the second, third tier of quarterbacks. Boy. We're at the end of the 17th. Things getting spicy. When's the next YouTube Jeopardy? So we'll be doing those once a week. We'll be doing those once a week. That'll go up exclusively on YouTube. If you guys are out there right now, we have a whole trivia channel that's really fucking fun. It's called just BDGE NFL Trivia. It's absolutely skyrocketing right now, and I think a lot of you guys will just have fun just chilling out with us in the office doing it. So go check that out. We do a lot of the TikTok games on it, but we do have a couple exclusives to YouTube. So each week, one person is responsible for filming the Jeopardy. So those will be weekly, probably like every Thursday. We just kind of fit them in between the other YouTube videos that go out. You kidding me, Valerie? Show some love to your female fans. Make a league with all women. I don't know if we'd be able to fill out a league with all women in the audience. We can get you. We can get Jasmine. We can get Kelsey, Inez. I really don't know if we can get to 12, though. All boobs league. I mean, listen, you ain't going to get an argument from me on that. Which channel hits 1 million first? Yeah, the way the trivia channel, it took me 9 years to get to 100K on this channel. We're at 15K in like fucking 3 weeks on the other channel. It's sick. It makes me sick. Puka, baby! 18th pick. That's how you wrap up a draft. I like Puka, man. He's making some noise out there in Rams camp. I like him a lot. Aaron Jones or Jahmyr Gibbs? I'll probably lean Gibbs there. Where do you put Drake London ranks? You didn't put him in your top 24 wide receiver video. Let's check out the ranks. Again, available in the draft guide. Go download the Underdog app. Put $10 on the app. Use promo code BDGE. That'll get you double whatever you put down plus our rankings. I have Drake London as the wide receiver 25. Wide receiver 25, just outside. Flexing my traps right now. That's what I'm saying, dog. All right, well, that wraps up this stream. That was a quick one, I feel like. 46 minutes for an 18-rounder. Check out the big board right quick so you guys can see the wrap-up of it. I was picking from the 104. We grabbed Cooper Kupp, Derrick Henry, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, Drake London, David Montgomery, Jahan Dotson, Rashad Bateman, Brian Robinson, Daniel Jones, Nico Collins, Kendre, Cole Kmet, Jeff Wilstein, Juwan Johnstein, Michael Wilstein, Isaiah Likelystein, Puka Nacua. That's what I got for y'all today. All right. Thank you guys for hanging around. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Subscribe to that channel if you're new, even though we don't give a fuck about subscribers anymore. We hit 100K and it's all over. My work here is done. My work here is done for the rest of my life. Sheesh. Okay. I'm out of here. Love you. Check live Dynasty offer and go fade me. Ooh. Well, no. Is it a new offer? Because I don't want the other one actually anymore. I'm out. Goodbye.